What's up, everybody? It's Mr. Gods, and I'm making this video to show you how to be the best hunter you can be. My build, and just to let you guys know, this isn't like late game or anything. This is just like my build, my damage. I mean, I wouldn't say it's my build because I did some research and got it, but I mean, I put it together. You know what I mean? I got what I can get. Wait, actually, let me check the Astral Diamonds exchange real quick. Oh hell no! I should have got my John when it was cheap. Anyway, yeah. So let's get down to it. So this is my gear. I basically have the 135 gear, like not all 135, but this is like 130, the arm piece. I need the 135. I don't know. I forgot how to. I don't know how to get the dusk 130. I really don't. And I got the drowned longbow and the drowned axes. These are basically like the artifact weapons that you get from moat farming. I'll make a video on that if you guys want, but moat farming is really easy. I mean, it kind of costs some money if you want to, like, but I got mine in 2 days. Honestly, you can get yours in 1 day if you really wanted to, if you were online for a few hours, like 5 hours maybe, I don't know, depending on if you know what you're doing. But I did mine in 2 hours because that's just too much. I can't be on Neverwinter for that long, honestly. Like, I'll be on Smite because Smite is the shit. Like, Smite, oh my god, Smite. Okay, let me stop talking. This is about Neverwinter. Okay, so yeah, I basically had the 135 gear, and my stats, if you want to see my stats, is the 2130. My power is only 10,000. Like I'm telling you, this is like low stats. All right, this isn't like OP stats. I'm not claiming to be the best or anything. All right, and this is my these are the things that I bought because dexterity increases your overall damage and your deflection chance. Your deflection chance is really important because it lowers the damage that you take from people. It's like, it's not defense, it's like it'll deflect, and it's when somebody hits you, it'll have like an arrow saying that it was deflected, which means, I mean, it wasn't completely deflected, it just does less damage. So like if I was gonna hit you for, let's say, I don't know, 10,000 damage, maybe you would only take 8,000 damage. I don't know, like it's like that basically. Okay, and increase your damage, by the way. And this is your critical chance and your control bonus, so that's really good. Your control bonus is your roots for PvP and PvE. Critical chance is always good. And yeah, what was the what's the other one? I think it was strength. Your strength is your stamina regen, and that's not that important. Okay, so yeah, that's basically it. So that's not it, I'm playing. So I might kind of sound a little sick to you, but because I am sick. So these are my feats. Yeah, this is probably the best feat in the this is the best feat in every tree right here. Okay, every single tree. Your grasping roots are upgraded to thorned roots. Thorned roots deal 200% of your weapon damage every second. 250% of the weapon damage is dealt immediately to control immune targets. So every time I use a grasping root power, now instead of doing like the damage like normally, it'll just do damage and apply grasping roots and they just can't move. This one makes them do hella damage over time after the hit. Okay, so it's basically like you hit them like 8 times. All right, so aspect of the serpent now provides 5% more damage, so basically it's basically making you do more damage. This is your special feat point. When you apply grasping roots or thorn roots, you're gain biting snares, and creating biting snares cause your next stance shift to grant you master trapper, which generates 20% of your AP, increases your damage by 30%, increases your control durations by 60% for 10 seconds. This effect can only be triggered every 10 seconds. So basically you're always going to have 30% damage bonus, okay, and your 60% control durations. Constricting arrow. Fire an arrow at your opponent, causing strong grasping roots to constrict around them and all foes near them. And that's your ranged things, right? So it's ranged and it inflicts strong grasping roots. So basically you hit the person, it'll do damage, and then they'll get rooted so they can't move, and everybody around them. your melee stance, like when you press R1, you can like go range the melee, obviously. I mean, if you didn't know that, then yeah, that's what it does. So your melee version of this power, it spins dealing damage and increasing your stamina for each enemy hit. So it doesn't do that much damage, but the stamina is so good because you run out of stamina a lot, and when using this power, so if you have like 5 enemies around you and you use it, you basically get your stamina bar all the way back up. Like it'll regenerate all the way up instantly, and that's good for dodging people and like just adds, right? Cordon live arrows, you have to be level 65 to put this on. So when you're leveling up, you're gonna have to be level 65 to be OP. Sorry about that, but constricting arrow is your highest, not constricting arrow. Why did I say that? Cordon live arrows and plant growth. Plant growth is the most damaging power on the hunter rogue, okay? Let me say it again. Plant growth is the most damaging move for hunters. If you don't use plant growth, you're stupid, okay? But Cordon arrows is basically a big circle, and it hits the person and it pulls everyone in the circle, okay? It does a lot of damage. Plant growth, I'll just read it. Causes plants to grow wildly around them, rooting all targets for 20 seconds. They root people for 20 seconds? Oh my god, that's so long! You're gonna root everyone for 20 seconds! It says the root breaks if the target takes more than 500% of your weapon damage. They're gonna take that shit so quick. So like that 20 seconds doesn't matter. Don't look at that. Fox's Cunning is also a great move to like dodge attacks. So every time you pop it, I'll show you. Alright, so every time you do that, it dodges, and you'll have it off cooldown like every 3 to 4 seconds. So like it's a free dodge for the whole team. Fox's Shift is probably like the funnest move in the game because you could teleport between enemies, like 3 enemies, and you could hit, I don't know, but look at it real quick. You see that? OP. So I'll just show you guys the rotation real quick. So usually I start off, actually I'll show you how Thorn Roots works. So constricting arrows hits an enemy, right? So it was this. See, it'll do like 10k initially. You see all of them damaged. That's like Thorn Roots. This is the reason why Trapper is OP, because you can do that with one move. If a combat person did it, you'd get this. Ready? This is Cordon arrows. But you would see that, well, besides these small numbers, but you would see that big tick, and that's it. But with Thorn Roots on a Trapper feat, you get this. And it's not critting right now, but that's damage over time. That's why Trappers are OP, and that's why Trappers are the best. So go Trapper until the update comes, because the update is like mod 10, and I don't know when that's coming. So yeah, I'll show you the rotation real quick. I use constricting arrow, switch stance twice to get the death strike buff. I'll show you. So if I do that, switch stance twice, he says Master Trapper. So that's why you do that, because you get more damage from Master Trapper. So constricting arrow, switch stance twice. I'll show you slow motion. Constricting arrow, switch twice, Master Trapper, right? And then Cordon live arrows. Fox's Cunning. Go in. Thorn Roots. Fox's Shift. Steel Breeze. Back up. Constricting arrow. And after that, I mean, after the first time you switch stances twice, you don't have to like keep doing it. You don't have to keep doing it. Only the first time you go in combat. And then you would go like that. Cordon arrows, Fox's Cunning, Thorn Roots, and Fox's Shift, Steel Breeze, Constricting Arrow, Cordon arrows, Fox's Cunning, Thorn Roots, Fox's Shift, Steel Breeze, Constricting Arrow. Basically like this. Your cooldown, it should always be off cooldown. Like your power should always be off cooldown. Most of the time, they're always off cooldown. The more enemies you have, the more cooldown, the quicker it'll call off cooldown. The more enemies you hit, I mean. but I'm about to show you why the this is the damage from. Alright, this is the damage from your daily. See how it's not that much damage? I mean, it is, but still. So, rotation again. But I messed up because I only hit this one enemy by accident. So that's why my stuff isn't on cooldown. So if you miss your attack, your stuff will not go on cooldown. So you have to hit every single, like you have to hit everything you do, because death strikes only, not death strikes. Swiftness of the fox only procs like when you hit your attack. So if you miss, you're gonna go off cooldown. You're gonna miss it. So, and if there's only one enemy, you're probably gonna go off cooldown. So it's probably gonna go on cooldown. You have to have like more than one enemy to continuously use your attacks. So you can see I never use my at will powers because everything's always off cooldown in these, and I usually hit most of them. See, this is like the numbers you're gonna get if you're a trapper. If you had high crit chance, you would be critting more than me. I'm not critting that much, as you can see. But yeah, that's the rotation. And then use your daily power. I have the flaming enchantment. I'm changing it to Fade Touch after I get that. But yeah, I'm using the Fade Touch. And I'm using Radiant enchantments for my offense, because Radiant enchantments, as you can see, gives you power for offense. And utility, I don't really care about utility that much. Probably movement speed. So get dark. I don't know. It doesn't really matter what you get for utility slots. Defense slot, you're gonna get dark because you get lifesteal. Lifesteal heals you up every time you hit somebody. Not every time, but it is a chance. So dark enchantments for defense, radiant for offense. Utility is like, I mean, you can use anything you want, honestly. You can use gold percent, you can use glory, whatever you need. I don't know. Movement speed might be a good choice, but I don't know. So yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, as you can see, my stats are not that good. See y'all next time.